Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Razorbacks offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Yeah, receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And the Razorbacks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give to the tailback. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Davis will throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're bringing heat. Coming after him. The freshman able to get home with the sack. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quickly to the tight end.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
He leaves it with his back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The give and the run on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw, trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to UNLV. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. First down here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown Razorbacks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Davis looking to pass. He's got it. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. With the catch, it's Fisher. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Arkansas! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Catch in the middle, it's Torres.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Powell. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback moving. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. He's looking to throw it. He makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring run.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Torres. Great move. Now he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback extends the play. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He finds his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You could be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And tackled there by the defense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Davis will throw. He's got his man. Delivers the contact. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And
he'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
He's looking to throw. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Torres.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The give to the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Slams it ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be 1st down for this offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Snags it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That's the thing about this offense. You think you've got him backed up, and then you don't. 1st and 10 from inside the 50. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Got it in the middle. It's Fox. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Razorbacks are on the move. Going to the running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Davis looking to pass. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Torres. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Check. Roll it.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to him. Runs through a tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On the ground with the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around.
He lets one fly deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.